What's going on, y'all? We back with another one here, man. You know, we got our regulars here. Everybody know at this point, they know who Reflection is. How you doing, fam? They be waiting for Reflection. Hey,
Don't take it personal.
bro, they be in my inbox complaining, but at the same time, they still be looking for you. You know what I mean? They want you there.
I'm here, and I got the mask next to the chair.
Awesome. We don't want that man.
Don't play me.
Hey y'all know we had our boy on last week for the first time, so he done made it back for his second time here. We got our boy representing the Bay Area, Rolly.
What's happening? What's going on?
Shit. Welcome back, fam.
Yeah. In the building
The
again.
bane
You know what I'm
is
talking
there.
about? Another concept we about to speak about. Content.
About goddamn time the Bay spoke up. The fuck?
Yeah. And y'all know we got one of the original ones, man. He took some time off for a while, man, but you know he was on here from the very beginning, day one. So y'all welcome back my boy Paul, man. He back
That's
in the
what's
building.
up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he's a day one. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it was day one, man. They call him LA out here, man. His name LA.
Oh, okay.
He got something to say today.
Yeah, I got a lot to say. Yeah, hear me.
Okay, you got to go get you a mask then.
No, I don't need no mask. I don't need no mask because I want them to see me.
Well, all right, so look, man, we go. You know, the topic today is: would you ever date someone with a criminal past? I'll try to get a few women onto the show, man, that have done it, and I kind of wanted their opinion. But the closer we got to airtime, they kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really wanted their point of view on with them dating men, you know, that's either locked up or even being released, just having a criminal background. Just talk about, you know, the pros and cons, the difficulty it is, you know, coming back into the society, just how hard it is to even get employment and get back on your feet, and you know all that. And you know how society is, man, with technology especially. You might have went in, and it seemed like every 6 months, man, things is changing in the world. You might have been down for a little bit, you jump back out. You like, damn, what's this? We got apps now on phones and ordering food from your cell phone, and all this stuff could be new to niggas. They don't know. You know what I mean? So
That's
I
right.
wanted to talk to y'all, man. Me and Paul, we had talked about this last week briefly, just going over it, man. But I want to get all y'all opinions, man, whether it's personal experience or friends or family or whatever it is. But I'm gonna start off with you, Paul, man. We're gonna jump right into it, man. So, Paul, would you ever date someone with a criminal past, or if you got any experience, has someone ever dated someone dated someone with a criminal past?
Okay. You know, first of all, you know, I'd like to say, you know, there's a lot of females out there that don't know how much treasure that they can find within a person that's been incarcerated. And let me define that. Some men get caught up on things. You know, either you were very smart in school and you got introduced to the wrong crowd and you got caught up, or you took that fall or whatever, or you stole some money, you know, whatever, and you go to jail. Okay, it turns out you go to prison, even though it's your first time. You're devastated. You don't know what to do. You don't know the trials and tribulations or what comes with being incarcerated. Okay, then you try to find someone that you're compatible with. You know what I mean? Now, you go to prison, your first time, you think your girl gonna stick by you and she know you was innocent, and you took that to try to reduce your criminal record. So when you do get out, you have an opportunity to pick up where you left off at and go on with your life, right? Now, there are women out there that will stick by a man, you know, if he goes through that. But then there's men that go that don't have nobody, or they lose that person when they get incarcerated. So now they're in there by themselves. You know, now they have to figure out, how do I make myself a better person when I get out? Okay. When they get out, they meet a lady. Say, hypothetically, they're in a halfway house, right? You meet a lady through one of the friends that you know that's in the halfway house. Oh, I know somebody that's single, ain't never been in trouble. She working, you know, and she needs a good companion. I think you're a good guy. You know, I'm gonna introduce you. You introduce you and the lady talk. Y'all get acquainted. You tell her your plans. You get out halfway house. You start doing the things. Y'all still in contact. Y'all still kicking it or whatever. Now she see that when you got out, that you didn't ask her for nothing. You start doing things on your own. You start building. You start working. You start stacking your credit back up and everything. You're still in contact with this lady. That lady is going to be there to support you because you're going to talk to her about things, how you trying to, you know, progress in life, you know. But then there's a lot of women that don't give a shit about a man that's been in prison, what his background is about. You know, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They gonna help you. Oh, you need some commissary? You need some hygiene products? I heard you just got your spot. You know, well, here's a job opportunity for you. Fill out this application, you know, and help you. They will help you with your education, your speech, your appearance, you know, your mental and your peace. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us go through things in life and we feel alone. As men, we feel alone. But we know we can handle things as being alone. But we need that peace. Sometimes we get lost. We get lost and we need somebody to guide us back in and put us back on that right track. And there's a lot of females that will invest their time in you. They can help you. For an example, let me take this off course real quick. And I ain't going to take up a lot of y'all time. A guy met a girl online. He told her in letters what his dreams were. She picked him up when he got out, took him to a place by himself. Now, he knows that this lady has her own house. She has her own finances and everything. She could have took him there, but she didn't want to take him there. She wanted him to have his own spot, right? She paid the rent for him, introduced him to some people. Within 3 months, this woman helped this man buy a small business. He only had the things that he came out with. She helped that man. When that man took that business to another level, she turned around and helped him take it to another level. She invested into a 7-Eleven with him. It's all his. She didn't ask him for nothing. When he bought 3 franchises, she told him, my job is done because I wanted to help you get to where you wanted to be. And I see the potential in you and I saw the potential in you. That's why I did what I did. I don't want nothing from you. I want you to escalate and be a billionaire. And this guy is doing so great. But back to my point, a lot of women, you know, will accept a man that been incarcerated, but then there's a lot of them that don't. You know, the ones that think, oh, he's going to have a flashback. Oh, he's going to relapse and all that. They don't give us black men the opportunity to redeem ourselves how society did us. You know, not all the time that we went and got incarcerated that it was the white man's fault or the government fault or the state or somebody else's fault. It was our fault and we accept that. But then when you get out, you got to build something for you, you know, and it's a lot of dudes that get out. They so institutionalized that they are so comfortable with sitting in their cell, letting somebody else cook for them, or they sitting at the house on the couch, letting their girl cook for them, and they at work all day and they sitting on the couch playing games. Women get tired of that and they take that, oh, my girlfriend got a dude like that, so I don't want no man like that. But wait a minute, it's you need to tell that man and help that man. You know what I'm saying? What his dreams is. Ask him what he want to do in life. A lot of women don't do that, man. And a lot of women don't want to date men that's been incarcerated for a whole bunch of other reasons. I'm gonna let somebody else chime in on this.
Yeah. So reflection. What do you think will be a reason why women wouldn't want to date a guy? You know, that with a criminal background.
There's not no reason. These bitches are looking for excitement to the fullest. To the fullest. I was a preacher's kid, right? My younger brother went to church more than me. And I was already fucking the preacher's daughter. Rest in peace. And God bless. I have to tell it how I know it. When I tell you I rarely went to church, and I'm not glorifying it, me being a preacher's son, but I never got the play I got on in church the way I did outside of church, right? Most of the women that I was getting at and that was getting at me were in the church every Sunday. Women love excitement. They want the bandit. They don't want the good guy. They want the bad guy. They want the robber every time. Women get bored quick. And once that person that they're with, the energy starts to die down, their money starts to die down and decrease, and everything around them starts to decrease, they look for that next opportunity to keep going. They're bloodsuckers. Women are bloodsuckers. They need that rise. They consider that their drug. That's a female's drug. It's like having sex without having sex yet. They need that guy that's going to take them to that next level. That's why they be fucking on the maintenance guy. When he comes over, they need that gas that nice guy is not doing. So hell yeah, they love a bad nigga. That will never go nowhere. And if you want to bring it to biblical, look at Adam and Eve. It was Eve that led that shit. She's the one that fucked the devil. While the good guy Adam is in the whatever the fuck he was doing. So yeah, women want bad niggas. They want the bad guy that want that whole bad image. They rooting for the bad guy. And last but not least, women look at niggas coming out of jail as a badge of honor. Because if they was committed to that nigga, they would not be fucking off on him while he's in jail. That nigga's doing a bid and she's already fucking the whole block. And then as soon as that nigga get home, the reason why she's getting back with him is because now he's the energy now. He's the big thing. She wants to just say, oh, free my nigga. It sounds good. It feels good to finally show up with that nigga at the spot and he just got out. She feel like that's a badge of honor. So yeah, women love bad guys. Would I date a bitch coming out of jail? Fuck no. I would check her resume. I would find out what got her there and what's her agenda when she gets out. But I'm not trying to invest my time in none of that. And I know we all make mistakes because I could have been one of them. I never went to jail, but I've been to the holding cell. But so I know we got to look at that. But fuck no. I'm the age I'm at now. No, I'm good off that for sure.
I feel you on that, man. Hey, we got Rail, man. He just stepped onto the show, man. Reflection. That's the one from New York, man. I know you got it mixed up earlier.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. So hey, we filling you in, man. So we were just talking about, would you date somebody with a criminal past, man? You know what I'm saying? And just getting everybody's opinion. I also want to talk about it too, even though we don't have any women on the show tonight. If you put yourself in their shoes, where do you think they would come from? For instance, I think there are some women that will take a guy that's been locked up and to get released, right? Help you get back on your feet. But how long do you think that's gonna last? Do you think a woman is built to help you get on your feet long term? You know what I mean?
When it's not going the way she wants, she's gonna use it against him.
That's it.
She's gonna use it against him, and she uses it as an opportunity to be in control. Because any bitch that's helping a nigga out that gets out of prison, she already got one up on him. I could never be that. If I get out of prison or jail and I had a female that was fucking with me, I would tell her, leave me alone, let me get on. And if you still want to wait around till I get on, I'm going to never have a bitch to put me on. So that way she can use that against me like she running something. So fuck no.
He said, hell nah. So we got that boy Rolly, man. Rolly, what's your opinion on this, man? Who to keep this thing going?
Man, me personally, like if I ran into a chick, she just got out, you feel me, and she got her mind right, you know, I might fuck with her, feel me, if her mind is right, you feel me. What books have you read, you feel me? Was you busting down in that motherfucker? Was you getting yourself together in that thing? If you wasn't getting yourself together, no, I'm not fucking with you. And if you don't listen, I ain't talking about commands. I'm talking about I'm already out here doing shit. So if you want to get on the team and you don't listen,
this nigga got to come on more often.
That's out. You're not rocking with me. I'm not dealing with nobody that's not gonna listen. Especially if I'm already out here getting to it and you ain't listening, and you have nothing to say. Just look what I'm doing.
Remy Ma and Papoose. Remy Ma, look what she was doing.
Good example.
Look what Remy Ma did, man. That's crazy.
Good example.
She could have kept it a buck with bruh. I ain't gonna lie to
Put
you.
the
Hey man, it's
capital,
over,
bro.
man. This ain't good. Let's just
He
get this
could
over
have.
with.
Man, that nigga was staying overnight. He was staying as long as he could up in that joint the whole time. And she moving like that on him. And
Good example. He played the faithful role too while she was locked out.
wait the
Well,
fool on. Look what
I don't know
happened.
how he did it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how he did. I've been up and I still be crash. I've been crashing,
Man,
cleaning something.
make no sense.
I couldn't have did. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Ain't no way in the world. I'm finna stick by you all this time, and you get out and dog me like that. I'm finna break you with every
Fucking way.
form of
And,
fashion.
and I kept my mouth quiet because I was rooting for Remy. I thought she would stand up female. I really thought she was ride or this, and I really thought that she found somebody in Pat, and he just complimented her style. I was hurt over that. I ain't gonna even lie. Niggas moved on from that. Like, nah, I'm still staggering with that because it was too much invested in that. It was too much invested on what Pat was doing on the outside, too much invested on what she was doing or shouldn't have been doing on the inside. It's just, man, it just gutted me to death, man. It's foul, bro.
Mm-hmm. So what's up with you, real man? What's your opinion on it? Could you do it, or do you even? And if you can't do it, do you even know somebody, maybe a homeboy or something that got released or got out and had a girl waiting on him, man, when he got out? And how was it?
So I wish I was on my computer right now so I could show you on my phone. So there's a young lady that I met, uh, and I feel like her story, if 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 she went to, because she ended up getting incarcerated, but she got incarcerated because she stabbed her brother, but
Damn.
she didn't stab him in the way y'all think. Like he was a little unruly, and he was the problem child, and she just like had a knife like to scare him because he was like wilding out, and like he can't like he kind of ran into it. He got poked, and he ended up bleeding out. I think he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. She didn't have no criminal background, no nothing. So it just, and then they're from the hood, so she ended up getting locked up. She did some time. So if I, like you said, reflection, if you talk to somebody and you check their resume and then you see like, well, why did you get locked up, right? Like
That part.
I know another chick, she got locked up. Um, she
Been
was
up.
dealing with a dude that he was involved in he was doing his thing in the streets, and some dudes tried to like rob him or like tried to hit his spot. He gave her the goods, told her like go, like take these and go. She goes outside, the police end up coming. She has the bag with everything in it. She got jammed up. She wasn't involved in the life. She wasn't even about that life. She just was dealing with a dude that was. She got caught with the stuff. Ended up getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? So so for me, it just depends on the circumstance of why did you get locked up. If you out here, there's a video of you walked the chick down and put unalived her. Then that now I'm looking at that, I'm like, I don't know. This is how you move. You feel what I'm saying? So I just really think like it's based on what the female has done, that I would be like, I would consider whether I would deal with her or not. If she's just a criminal, like I can't do it. Like if you just out here, you're a scammer, you
Right.
hustling, you robbing, you killing, you whatever you're doing, and you moving like that, I don't move like that. So why would I deal with you, right? Because even if you're doing stuff, when they come knocking on the door, they automatically taking me because they always gonna think it, the man. It ain't no way I'm not involved. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, I don't know what dudes be doing when they locked up. I don't know if they sitting in there and they strategizing the plan, or they just think of all the riz, all the finesse things they could say. I have seen dudes come out of jail and bag chicks that I'm like, how, Sway? That I just
They
don't
got more
even.
time. They got more time than you and I to do that. That's all they got is
Exactly.
time. So
Right.
yeah, they're gonna finesse that chick for sure,
Right.
for sure.
I've seen dudes get paralegals. I'm like, you're fresh out of jail and you back to paralegal is wild. You know what I'm saying? I've seen dudes bag chicks, good old 9 to 5, downtown New York, office job, all that. I've seen dudes do it. You know what I mean? And like I think too, it's also a part of that. Some of the females, some dudes feed on females' insecurities. Some females love a bad boy. Um, so it's different reasons why I think these females.
Well, a lot of bitches want the king of the jungle, and they feel
Right,
like it's always the bad guy that's gonna give them that. They want that stamp of approval. They want that status. They
right,
want that. They feel a bad guy has more sexual experience. They feel a bad guy has more street credibility. They feel a bad guy has more get money. And a lot of times that is true because that good nigga's trying to walk that fine line. He's trying to do the straight and narrow. I used to be that good guy doing the straight and narrow. And I'm not gonna even lie. And God bless all the good guys. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna double back one day, but a lot of the work that I was putting in that good department, it was not working at all. I wouldn't get no turnover. I wouldn't get no bitches, no none of that. And then as soon as I flipped the script, it was like the whole situation changed. But at the same time, not to glorify it, but it kind of made me, it was bothersome to me. And I was bothered because I was like, wow, like this is not even in my DNA to be this or be like this. You know, I want to be the guy I originally was, but it's sad
right.
that I knew I had to be that in order to gain ahead, you know?
Well, let me
And in
ask y'all
so
this.
many ways with women.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this then. So, if you got women that say they want to date, they don't care about dating guys that's been locked up and they getting out. Do you guys notice? Is there a particular look of what these women look like? More often than not, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
is it
listen, here's what's crazy.
is it non-attractive women on the most
Look
part?
No,
at
it can go from a 10 to a 1. I ain't gonna lie.
that's a
It's
fact.
open.
Yo, I mean, but look,
Not
we
the
got
one.
two stories.
Go
I
to
We
the
got two
1.
stories that we know. We got two stories that we know that for sure. Like, look at Gilly and his wife. Gilly and his wife. He was locked. He was locked up. His wife held him down. Gucci Man's wife. Y'all heard that story about the money. She held down that bread. He got out. She gave
Look
him
at Mike Tyson's wife.
Mike
How
Tyson's
long?
wife.
Well, let me
Look
ask
at
you this: then.
Yandy and Mendici.
You guys, so
Gucci.
how long? But how long you guys think that gonna last though?
As
Seems
I
like
long
it,
as
like,
long as it
it's this
keeps, as
whole.
long as they keep winning.
Is it?
If that nigga can keep winning, if she can keep
Is
supporting him
it?
emotionally,
At that.
keep him winning, like women are very powerful in a man's success. It
That's a
doesn't matter
fact.
if he's good.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if he's good or bad.
Check this out. Look what Stephanie just wrote. She said you got some men that been locked up for a long time. Some of these men be institutionalized. You know what I mean? And all this stuff plays a part. It's not always about a man
Oh,
coming
that's
out and getting the
facts.
money and can be
They've
be this
developed
dude.
they've developed the social media of niggas who's locked up, and you'll be shocked how many women are on that site
But what we
of
doing is
watching niggas that's locked up.
we only talking about all the pros. What's the cons of it too? If you was that woman and the man coming out, what about the men that don't do shit? Every man that
No,
go
I
to
mean,
jail is not a hustler.
but hold on,
Every
let me
man
tell
that go to
you.
jail don't know how to get money. You
But
know
I
what
he's
I'm
got
saying?
that. But his resume is going to work against him to get a job. She's going to need that nigga to work.
That's what I'm
And not
saying.
just
So
work a regular job.
how long does it last on the woman end? Like, yeah, it's
But
all good when he getting out. Oh, baby, I missed you because you done built the anticipation, because all the
Right.
calls and stuff. I finally get to touch
Women
it.
go by their time. Women go by their own timetable.
They
If
go
you
by
don't do
their
it
own
according to their
timetable.
timetable,
You had sex, you done did all that now. Now the fairy tale, the honeymoon stage is over with now. Now these bills coming in. These kids need to be taken
Sometimes,
care of. Hey
and
man, you need to
sometimes
get a job. But
it
he's
ain't
having
about the
problems
money.
getting a job because of his record. She knows that. But she'll
so
still
guess what
Sometimes
she
it
gonna
ain't
force
about the
that nigga
money
to
though.
do? She gonna force him to do probably the same thing that put him behind bars.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she gonna say, "Go make that shit happen,"
but
because you've done it before.
let's not
Long as
No,
I
no,
forget
turn
no,
my back
no,
on
everybody,
it,
no, no.
don't bring me
I'm
to
gonna
everybody
tell
didn't
nothing.
you.
go to
I'm gonna
jail
tell
for
y'all
the
what
same reason.
happens.
Some
I'm gonna
people went
tell
to
y'all
jail
what
because
happens.
of drugs. Maybe they was the addict. Not that they sold it, they was taking it. You know what I mean?
But they still was involved, and he's connected to her now, so she don't give a fuck. She just want that nigga to make it happen
But
because
I'm gonna
she
tell
put in
y'all
that work
another
while he
thing
was
that
in.
happens. I'm
Okay,
gonna
and then
tell
what
y'all
about patience?
another
Let's
thing
say,
that
let's say
happens.
the man do get a job. Even when he get a job, sometimes because of your record, you got to start at the bottom. Do women have
Right,
patience then because he ain't making enough? Maybe he got to
right.
start off minimum wage just to get his foot through the door.
It depends on the woman.
You know,
Exactly.
It
She got a
depends.
time frame. Most of the women I've dealt with, and I've dealt with all nationalities for the most part, they always got us niggas on a time frame. That's that hourglass. They're not removing that out of
It,
a
I,
relationship
I,
with
I mean,
us every time.
from my experience, for what I seen, I think your background plays a part because listen, man. When I'm telling you, when I see when I see dudes out here on scooters doing delivery with a shorty on the back, I'm like, yo, it amazes me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's out.
So so,
But everything is levels, though.
but what I'm saying
Everything is
is,
levels.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, reflection, and some of these chicks, I remember. Yo, I remember. This is no cap. I'm not even lying to y'all. I was working. I dropped somebody off. I looked him. I dropped the person going to the right. I looked to the left. There's this shorty standing by a scooter. Shorty was bad. I'm like, what? I say something to her. She wasn't responding. Right. Next thing I know, I see a dude come out carrying a helmet. I said, dude doing delivery, shorty
So peep it.
bag on the back of the.
She has only one or two
Here's
ways.
my thing though.
She
Here's my
He's
thing.
dealing with her bullshit. I
Here,
guarantee you, she
Yeah,
either
that's
has an
out.
addiction
here's my thing. Here's my
or
thing.
he's abusive.
Here's my thing. You could try and think of whatever you want to think of, right? Because we don't know. We don't
It's
know the
always an
situation.
ulterior motive
Hold on,
for a
hold on.
female to fuck
We
with
don't.
you.
I
Always.
don't assume on
Always an ulterior
situations.
motive.
I don't know. I don't assume on other people's situations, but I'm gonna tell you this: women. I've seen women deal with way more than they have to. I've seen women rock out with dudes and deal with dudes for way more than they have to. Every woman ain't got an ulterior motive. Every woman ain't listen, because every dude ain't a one percenter out here.
But you have to look at their
Every
routine.
dude ain't a
Women
one
fuck with,
percenter. All I'm
but look at
saying
their root.
is there's some women will rock out with dudes because for whatever reason, it's something about that specific
Any
man.
female, any female that's rocking with a nigga like that, she has history with this nigga. She has DNA with this nigga. She has time done with this nigga. A woman ain't
But
fucking with a nigga that
you just said
don't
it's
have
so
history with like
you
that.
that that's yeah, but that's you just proving my point. That's the point I'm making. Some women rock out with dudes through thick and thin, through it all.
Yeah, but
They
you
are,
making it seem like
listen.
off the rip, like
I,
like
this
uh,
but
uh,
first of all,
like these them niggas are pulling chicks like that.
if a woman is dealing with a dude out of prison, more times than out of 10, like y'all said earlier, the dude was writing her letters. He said earlier, right? He was writing her letters, and he told her his dreams. He came out, and what she do? So 9 times out of 10, if a dude's coming out of jail, he's probably already spoken to the female that he dealing with when he come out. Now, one of the negative parts about when dudes come out of jail, because there's two places When dudes come home from jail or they come from the service, I'm telling you, they want to touch anything moving. That's one of the things.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that the woman will have a problem with. The dudes want to touch everything moving. Because they ain't had none in so long. If you
I ain't gonna lie.
smile at a dude wrong, he gonna be like, "What are we doing?"
I ain't
What
gonna
did
Yeah,
lie.
what did you
When
say,
I
yeah.
did
Eric?
my when I got out from doing my 7 piece, I didn't run up in anything. So look, I'm on the yard with an OG. He telling me, man, when you get out, man, just don't put your shit in anything. Go find something. Yeah, I found something. You feel me? And I upgraded to different things when I found that thing when I got out.
But see,
So
you had somebody speak to you, but be honest, bro, a lot of dudes when they get out,
yeah,
they be running through the town.
that's why I told you it go all the way down to a one. It goes to
Right, because what they
See?
do, they bounce back and forth to the little broads, and when the broads get tired of it, now you got to go. Now you run back over to the other broad. Oh, you just left the other broad house. Now she done with you. Now you want to come with me? They'll put up with it for a little while. Eventually, you gonna wind up being back by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now you going back to to the streets and doing what you used to do. But then there's some broads that look at dudes that get out and they say, okay, well, what you go to jail for? What you get locked up? Oh, I was selling dope. Oh, okay, so you a hustler. Oh, yeah. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, well, how about if you invest your time, all that hustling into this right here? Or you take initiative and you start hustling on your own. You know what I'm saying? Marketing yourself on jobs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in the streets because you know what that shit is about. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? It just got slicker and got way more colder. That's what it did. It ain't got better. It's got slicker and way more colder because the coldness is the consequences when you get caught up.
another
Well,
thing though.
with me, if I'm not coming from that lifestyle that she's coming from, and I'm fucking with a bitch that just popped out of jail and got released, I'm not trusting her off the rip. I don't care what our correspondence was while she was in jail. I don't care what the letter writing was, whatever the emails and the visiting time is. It's already in my mind. I'm not trusting this bitch when she get out. She's not gonna know that, but I'm gonna be watching her every move. I'm going to be adjusting my lifestyle according to what she possibly might be doing. She's not going to know all of my accounts. I might get some money stashed until she proved to me that she's the same bitch that I was fucking with while she was locked up.
Hey, look,
But
well
you
at
myself.
the,
Go ahead, bro.
at the same time, like when they in there, like me personally, when I was in there, I was getting myself together. I was reading. I read hella books. You know, taking notes, hollering at the OGs. I was getting my
Did she
mind right.
motivate you to do that? Did she motivate you to get your knowledge like that, or that was just your own merit?
That was me. That was all me.
But were you talking to her and corresponding with her at the same time while you were doing that, or no?
Was I? Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was letting her know what I was doing and trying to guide different women because when I was in there, women was running in and out my life when I was in the pen. You feel me?
Uh,
They still was doing their thing. So when I did have conversations, I tried to get them some game. You feel me? Up their knowledge on certain things I didn't learn reading different books. You know, and shit. A person can really change when they get out. So that's why I said
so you said the one that you with now, that's how that situation happened?
no. This is
Did you?
not this no.
Okay,
I said
because
yeah. That
what
was
made
they
you?
was coming in and out my life. Like different women was coming in and
Okay,
out my
but you
life. I was
said,
like, damn.
but you said when you came out, you was committed to one. You said you didn't move around.
Yeah.
Just you
Yep.
wasn't banging like you wasn't like. So did you know that person when you came out that you just stuck with?
Nope.
Mm.
I,
Okay, I was just curious.
I hollered at her at my folks' birthday party.
Oh wow, so she must have really had
Yeah.
something to keep you stable because if you just fresh out and that's what I commend that though. That's what's up. I was just curious.
Yeah. It different boats, different different floats, different boats.
That's
However
true.
you want to
That
call
that
it.
is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Now do y'all think it determines on what race that supports you and connects with you in prison?
I'm kind of glad.
Do y'all feel like a white girl will ride with you more, or a black girl will ride with you more, or Asian, whatever nationality you're dealing with? Who would shy? What nationality would shy away from rocking with a nigga that's being released from prison or jail that she's been corresponding
That's
with,
a good
or vice
question.
versa?
That's a good question.
So you
That's a good
talking about
Because
who will last
because
longer?
that does change the dynamic. It does change the dynamic. I feel like depending on with me, I was raised in Texas, so I was accustomed to having relations and seeing other black niggas having relationship with white girls. And I think white girls can be more manipulated, no disrespect to white women. Because I know a lot of them are strong-headed too, but black women also accuse white women of being weak-minded, and they say that's why us niggas like to attach ourselves to white women, which is totally false. Not that, but it does change depending on what race that you're dealing with while you're behind bars.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Because a lot of the black girls, you deal with them in prison. It's every time you call, it's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You call a white girl. Honey, did you get the money that I sent? I'm coming to see you Tuesday and Thursday.
I feel
I'm
like
running a
I
little
feel
late
like
Saturday.
Latin girls is like that too.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
and the Asian women do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You get
yeah.
out of prison, they gonna cater to you. They gonna make sure you straight. The white women gonna make sure you straight. Now, don't get me wrong. Some black women will stick by their man and bring them up when they get out. But
Like
Some of them will.
Gucci Man's girl did, but that's rare though.
exactly. But then, nigga, if you leave all your racks with her and you go do a 3-year bid, it's gone. It's gone after 6 months, homie. I gotta go work in the kitchen.
I'm not doing it.
You to take
I'm not leaving. I'm the nigga that's inside. Why am I leaving you with my bread? Especially that bread that I need when I get out. My most selfish moments are gonna be when I'm in prison. I'm thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about nobody else. And even if I have to deceive the bitch and make her think that me and her got something and it's mad love, and maybe it might be, but I'm selfish as fuck. I'm not giving a female my money while I'm inside at all.
Man, it depends on the female. Like you just said, if you was messing with her prior to you getting incarcerated. Because you got some strong ass good women out here that's gonna hold a nigga down while they in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
when they get out, they gonna be straight. Like Papo.
But what gets me is she's got more freedom than I do.
All right.
Why does she need me? Why does she need me to help keep it cultivated and structured on the inside? Like I'm on the inside. I
We
gotta
do.
deal with
We
this
give
shit.
them instructions on how to take care of our business when we're not in their presence. You're
Right.
supposed to represent me when I'm not there. If I
That's
leave you
facts.
10 racks and I go get locked up, you supposed to take that 10 racks. Now, if you're still in the game, flip that. Save some. Go recomp. Whoa, 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 whoa. If we got a business, we make 28,000 in that month just in profits, and our overhead is all taken care of. Man, put that money up, go reinvest it. So it
Yeah,
depends.
but most women today don't know how to do that, Pete. Like, most women today don't know how to do that. They're
But
thinking,
But the ones that I know,
reflection on
they gonna hold you down, fam.
you
The
use
ones that
reflection.
you've been messing with, I don't know. Because the ones I've been messing with since I
But
got out.
Hey,
but here's the
no,
thing
no.
too.
Hey, they might
But
leave that
here's the
nigga up
thing
under
too.
there, huh? Yeah,
That's
leave that
something.
nigga under there.
hey,
But this is the
hey,
thing too. But once you get to a
Okay,
certain point, once you get to a certain point with a woman, you know what she's capable of and what she's not.
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, like if you got a chick, if you know she not, if like I say that all the time. A chick that I deal with got to be good with finances and got to be good with her health because I'm not disciplined with those two. You feel what I'm saying? So like I know I get to the money all day. Where it goes, I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But if I know with the right woman, that money that I'm bringing in, if she manages it right, we gonna be good. So
well,
you kind of
I've never saw a woman that has made me feel that comfortable with giving her the leadership of my finances, even with my hand behind my back. I've always felt like as a man, I can still do it better, even with one hand behind my back, than she could with both hands available, because things go sideways. Because if you're in that vulnerable state as a man, you're going to get taken advantage of due to the situation and investments that she make, because that's all you
See,
have. Does
no,
she
because see,
understand
you
how
know why
serious
that's
that is?
it's not. You know why it's not gonna happen to me? Because I don't think in the negative aspect. So being that I don't think in the negative aspect, and being that the person that I end up with, it's gonna be a positive relationship. See, if you go into the relationship thinking about what the negative things that this person could possibly do to me, then if you're putting it in the air, that's what's going to happen to you. If you're
Yup.
not putting that in the air, that's not going to happen to you. If you,
With me,
if you,
I've never been able to trust anybody other than myself when it
yeah,
boils
but
down
that's
to it.
you. But
At the
that's
end of the
you.
day,
But that's you. But that's you. That's the same way. So if you was Gucci Man, you wouldn't have trusted Shorty with that bread. Gucci
fuck
Man,
no.
right? But here's the difference. Here's the difference. Gucci Man did trust her with that bread, and what happened? It turned out even better when he came out.
That
So
is
that's to
true.
say, what may you, if you keep that mindset of that, I can't trust this individual, I can't trust these individuals, then that's what you're always gonna have. You're always gonna
Well,
have that chick around you you can't
I guess
trust.
it's the fear. I guess it's a fear of being a man. As being a male, you know you're gonna always have the losing hand when you're dealing with a female. You're pretty much gonna always have a losing hand, because everything that's usually gonna go their way, and the world doesn't care nothing about a man's feelings or his direction or his emotions. We get everything taken from us, from our kids to the house to the car. So these are some of the mindsets I have when I'm thinking about investing in a woman of that level and giving her that much trust at that level. Because if it go bad, I'm gonna be left with nothing, and she's gonna always be given everything that I worked hard for. So that's part of it.
Well, for me, at the end of the day, is if I'm even deciding to put a ring on the woman, if I'm even deciding to put a ring on that woman's finger, I'm not doing it out of, I'm not doing it out of lust. I'm not doing it out of, oh, because I'm lonely. I'm not doing it because I just want to be, no, because at the end of the day, like I said this before on the previous show. I am the cutoff king. I will cut you off so fast. So for me, at the end of the day, when I come across a female that I'm willing to marry, oh, trust me, I put everything in perspective. I have learned this woman to the bone gristle. You feel what I'm saying? And if I put a ring on it, that means I trust this woman with my life. Because the only woman I'm gonna get with is a woman that I could trust as my partner, as my best friend, as my everything. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not marrying no woman or even putting a woman in position to do anything unless I'm gonna put a ring on it. Feel what I'm saying? I can't just be dating you or just be dealing with you and you handle my finances. Hell no.
So
If
I
I
guess
put a
it goes
ring on
back
your
to
finger though, if I put a ring
and,
or if
and
I'm planning on it, even if I propose, that means yeah, this is gonna be she's rocking with me to the death, and I know she's the woman that will rock with me to the death.
so you base it off of the history and the resume that you had with her.
Yeah, based on off our connection.
Because the homie said he didn't have no history resume with the one that that's holding him down. He's holding down. So that dynamic can change, but it is a gamble though. So I guess you just gotta follow your heart with
Well,
that.
first of all, this is a fact. This is a fact. All you ladies out there, if y'all dealing with a dude and y'all been dealing with him for years and he ain't talking about marrying you, he's not gonna marry you. Most men know they want to marry the woman they with in the first 6 months. Most men know, like when you come across that one, like you like, yeah, I'm marrying her. You know that in the first 6 months. It don't take us years to figure it out.
Nope.
You know, we know. I don't care. There's
You
plenty
might
of dudes out
prolong
here.
it.
Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of dudes out here that they with chicks. They made babies. They probably still with the chick. But I bet you it's mad dudes. You know, they probably still with their baby mother or who they with, but they still ain't put no ring on it.
Well, I'm not getting with no bitch coming out of prison. I'm not getting no bitch coming out of jail.
No, but like I said,
I'm not getting with no
reflection.
because
Like I said, it depends.
wait a minute. If these free bitches out here is fucking it up and these bitches are free, how the fuck I'm gonna put my trust in a bitch that ain't free? I'm not doing it. Ain't no fucking way. I'm not doing it. That's for me. I'm not doing it.
For me, it depends on. For me, it depends on why you locked up. That's what it depends on for me.
So you telling me a
bitch could be locked up for abuse.
So
you know, a lot of females out here is abusing us niggas, abusing
reflection.
niggas.
I didn't say what I said. If it depends on what she's locked up for, that I would consider dealing with her.
Yeah.
It depends on what she's locked up for.
And I agree with you. For an example, say if she went was doing her own thing and she got knocked off on some trafficking stuff, you know what I'm saying? And she took the fall for you, you know what I'm saying? I know what you about. I know that you ain't in the streets. You was just doing this to make that quick little money, you know what I'm saying? And you got knocked off. Okay, you're an educated person or you're in the process of continuing your education through the system or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you was doing well with outside of you doing that little lick that you call yourself doing, either for me or a favor or whatever. A person like that, a female like that, I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because when she get out, bam, she gonna go back to school. You know what I'm saying? She gonna pick up where she left off at, real estate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind doing that. But a broad that went to jail for robbery, either you robbed some nigga in the trap house or in the hotel room, or you was stripping or doing something. I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
Saying right. If you was working at a bank and you stole 150 racks, miscalculated the money, and they caught up to you 3 or 4 months later, and you go to prison, I'm gonna fuck with you because I know you got potential going back to work and for dangling some free money and again in the free.
But you, hey, LA, you know what's crazy? You reside in Vegas, and just hypothetically speaking, a lot of these bitches are prostitutes, and they robbing these white niggas. They robbing these white men inside these hotels and casinos, and they're going to jail in the paddy wagon for that shit. So how do you handle that shit though?
I wouldn't fuck with him.
He just said that.
Fuck with him. I just said that.
Over a Rolex though? Over the bitch took his Rolex?
If you lining dudes up, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with you.
Man.
You
over a Rolex though?
You get
over a Rolex though?
Yo, listen, reflection.
It's not a murder case.
If she gets pissed off the right way, I promise you, she will have dudes line you up.
Man,
you might be next.
Man, right. you gonna be her.
I got my watch.
Yeah, she gonna come get that.
Now, I bet
she gonna come get that above.
No, but then it's some that get out. You know, if you look on the little websites or whatever, like dudes do, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of females that's pen pals. You know, if you look at their profile, and you know, if you reach out to them and they express what they've been locked up for, some got locked up for embezzlement, you know, robbery, you know what I'm saying, or misuse of company funds, shit like that. I'll fuck with a female like that. But if you in stealing, prostitution, and running off with people's shit or breaking in people's shit, I'm not fucking with you.
Right. Well, there's a lot of bitches out here banging too. There's a lot of females out here banging too.
You mess with a blue collar crime woman.
You gonna go back to your old ways, and bitch, you gonna steal my watch.
You will mess with a blue collar woman, right?
Exactly.
Like what if Shorty got locked up because she because she killed somebody because they did something to her kid and she snapped. Like
I'm
it
fucking with
depends
her.
on
I'm
right.
fucking with
I'm not fucking with death. No,
I ain't fucking with it.
any
If
bitch got
she,
blood on her
if
hands,
I'm
she,
I'm
fucking with
good
her.
off that.
If she
first
kill
of
a
all, I'm gonna
pedophile, I'm
tell you
fucking
like
with
this.
her.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
like this. If she did that to protect her kid, I'm rocking with her
I'm
because
fucking
that
with her.
means that's a
Yep.
Well,
fact. Because
so it
I
goes
would
back.
do
Okay, so it goes
that.
back to the resume then.
Yeah,
If she
that's what
kill
I'm
a
saying.
pedophile, I'm
Go
fucking
back
with
to
her.
the resume. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because
Because
if she
I would do the
protected her
same
kid,
But
thing.
how's she gonna get a job if you ain't putting it down financially? You're gonna need her support financially. How's she gonna get a job with that type of level of crime on her resume?
Mm.
it's
You're
possible.
fucked.
It's possible. No,
You're,
no,
no,
no.
It is
it's-
possible.
It's
you're not
possible.
getting a murder. But
It's possible.
you can't even get a justifiable murder off your record,
Let me
even
tell
if a
you.
lawyer gets you off. It's still on your record. It's gonna be history.
And
It
Let me
see,
has
tell
to
you.
be established.
and see,
You know
that's
what?
where it goes back to being a
I,
strong ass man.
Yeah.
Vice versa on the topic that we talking about. Will a woman fuck with a man that's been incarcerated? Will a man fuck with a woman that's been incarcerated? If I see a female in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? She got a murder. Man, I'm finna help you. I'm finna guide you and lead.
I'm not even taking that job on. I don't want that job. I'm not taking that on. For what?
Bro,
like I
For
bro,
what?
said,
Get the fuck out
for
of here.
me,
Say that for
for
the
me,
next
bro,
nigga. I am not
it
taking that on.
depends
There's
on
no fucking way.
it
no,
There's no
bro.
depends
a,
on
a bitch,
No,
Hey, what
bro.
the fuck is going on?
a regular bitch is hard enough to elevate. How the fuck I'm gonna take a bitch that's got blood on her hands? Ain't no
if
fucking
she.
when you stressing
But
yourself
listen,
out.
it
Fuck,
depends on it depends on
fuck
how the
no,
blood is on her hands.
fuck
Like I
no.
said,
Yeah,
if she was
it's a
defending her
waste of
child,
money.
or if she was defending her child or a family member or something like that, I'm like, yo, I ain't got no problem with that. Because at the end of the day, that just tells me she's really about her family, or she was really about her kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like that, I'm looking at that like, yeah, if something happens, if I'm not there, she's going to hold it down. You feel what I'm saying? So if it comes to protecting our kids, yeah, I'm with her. But as far as jobs, listen, construction will take you. Any
Man, come on, man.
construction will take you. Construction will take you all day.
Only if you know the head guy, because I
Nah,
work
all you
for
gotta do is go through the apprentice.
I,
She could
I
go through
I
the
worked for the
she could
union.
she could
And I
me
backdoored it.
too.
That's
I
the only
was
way you're gonna
local
get in.
79. I was local 79. And I promise you, when I was on that job site, I was a laborer. Local 79, New York City. I promise you. I can show you my union card. I'm in there with none but criminals. I'm the only square on the job. Nothing but criminals on the job. Nothing but.
It ain't hard for you to get your record cleaned up, man. I don't care if you now murder, that can't never come off your record. But there are employers that will hire you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you
That's a
go to
fact.
school, man, you get your GED or whatever, or pick up on your education while you in there. Say,
Yeah.
for an example, like somebody, like Bo just said on the comments, what if she kills somebody to save your black ass? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And she get out, she got that murder. Nigga, I'm gonna hold her down. I'm gonna
Facts.
hold
Okay.
her down, bro.
Facts.
I'm gonna make sure that she do all the proper paperwork to get her record sustained. She can't never get it sealed, but it can get sustained, where she can go and apply. For an example, if she was in real estate, okay, she can never go back in real estate because you're dealing with public safety, right? But like bro just said, there's construction sites. She could be a dispatch. She could be a order puller. She can go into
Yep.
maintenance. You know what I'm saying? It's a
She could
whole
be
But
bunch.
entrepreneur.
why the fuck would you why the fuck would you fuck with a female like that, and you realize the level and the challenge that you're facing? For what
Well,
reason?
well,
It's
that's
like
what you're just saying
you're
right now.
playing with your life.
That's the
Me
point I was
myself.
trying to make
That's what,
earlier. On the opposite end, why would a woman deal with a guy knowing there's going to be a challenge?
Because women look
Attention.
for excitement. Women look for attention. They
So
want
you saying it's
excitement.
different for a man and
They
a
want to
woman.
be validated to the highest level, and it's in their mind that the bad boy will always and forever take them to this highest oxygen level that they will never come off that high. It will never come down. So females fuck with niggas that's in jail for a whole different reason while niggas fuck with bitches that's in jail. That's why you rarely hear niggas fucking with females that's in jail. I rarely hear that. I
Okay,
don't
I
know
see
what
what
y'all
you're
hear,
saying.
but I
I
rarely
see
hear
what you're saying.
niggas
We
fucking with
do,
females.
we do see things in life where where the women are taking on men that's being locked up or with a record. We do see that. We don't hear a whole lot of stories on the opposite end though.
True.
I personally don't even know a man that got a girl that's being locked up.
I don't. Definitely don't. We
Actually,
don't
Now
fuck.
that I think about it,
I
We
I
have.
don't
have.
mess with them. We don't mess with bitches in jail. For the most part, we don't. Why? For what reason? What opportunity do we have? And there's always an opportunity you have to have when you're investing yourself in somebody. And it's not selfish. You have to see an opportunity in it. Nobody is fucking with somebody just because they're attractive and they like them. Outside of sex, nobody is fucking with you for the long game just because. There has to be a personal investment that they've seen inside that they can invest off of.
But
So
now
look,
there is some dudes that do chase behind frauds that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? Especially after they see what they track record is. Okay, I got a bona fide broad over here. She done told me she been here, and I done checked her out. She done been in Miami, Florida, all over. She getting her money. Okay, she get locked up. Okay, I'm finna see what she do when she get out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Paul, I know two guys. And Roller, you know one of them. He done took this shit to a different level. The niggas ain't never thought about. Hey,
That part.
so he don't go on dating sites. He go on women that's being locked up. He go into the jail site, and that's where he go do all this hollering at. He get at the girls that's in jail, so he
about
can
to
catch
go
them on their
home.
release date, and he go pick them up and everything. He might even spend a few dollars on their books just to sweeten the deal. Like, baby, I'm gonna be there when you get released. I said, hold on, man. I done seen dudes on dating apps, in the club, everywhere. I ain't never heard nobody say, you know what, fuck all that. I'm just gonna get these girls on this jail site, and I'm gonna get it when they get out. And he was doing that for a long time. Now, my other partner that was doing it, he only dated girls that was locked up if they was locked up for prostitution. That way when they get out, he can put them right back in the game and get money right away.
I was gonna say that.
So that was his
Most
motive.
niggas fuck with females because they see a hustle opportunity.
Right. I mean, just like here in Vegas, you know, the county jail. You know, back in the day, all the pimp niggas, all of us be hanging out on the back street by the Queen of Hearts, waiting on all the hoes to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Though? You know what?
So-
I was just thinking about something. I was thinking about what's the Ben, you might want to look this up. What's the percentage of women that are locked up versus men? That's one. The other thing I was thinking
Good
about
question.
is the women. 9 times out of 10, I feel like the women that do get locked up, one might be lesbian. They might be lesbian, so they might be like, and I'm talking about lesbian like where they dress like they look like dudes, right? And then two, I feel like, and maybe this is something to look up too, another statistic. The women that get locked up, was there a man involved in it as well? Because even when like you see like these things where it's like, oh, this group of people got locked up and there's a girl that was running with some dudes and they all got jammed up, right? It's very rare that we see women just doing criminal acts on their own, right? Like that's another thing. We don't like it's a lot of times that women are doing criminal acts, maybe outside prostitution, right? Or maybe like, some robberies. But a lot of times there is a dude involved. It's just that he didn't get caught. She got caught.
But
So
most
there wasn't nothing on how many women are locked up behind a man or because of a man. But it did say women make up 10% of the population of the United States that are locked up, and men are 15 to 17% that are locked up.
Well, I will say this upon my history of dealing with women in the streets and in the church. Women love and want aggressive men in all areas. They want us to be the leaders, the followers, and the aggressors in all areas. Usually good niggas are not going to be the aggressor in all those areas. The aggressors they want is pop off if there's an issue, if there's a beef, if there's a fight. She want that nigga to pop off. She want that nigga to handle it, get it done. She don't want the political nigga that's gonna talk and say, hey, can we talk this out? What's the issue? What's your beef with me?
Women. That's not true for all women.
But for the most part, a woman doesn't want a political nigga that's gonna strategize how to deal with and handle a fight.
True.
She wants the aggressor. She wants that nigga to get aggressive and handle his business.
If she comes from a hard life, yes. But that's not true for all women.
I've dealt with a lot of women in church. I've dealt with a lot. I said this for you got on. I used to date a lot of women in church, and the things they did outside of church with me was not what I assumed they were in church.
Well,
so I'm telling you why women love bad guys. There's no greater stimulation. There's no greater stimulation than a nigga that's gonna break all rules.
We say that about the church all the time. Some of the worst people in church.
Right. So overall, the topic tonight is
just because they in church don't justify nothing.
No, I know, but the assumption is that they're in church, so they're trying to walk a different life. They're trying to walk that, like we're talking about people rehabilitating themselves out of prison, out of jail. You're assuming once they get out, they're gonna get on this proper straight and narrow, and they're gonna figure it out. So if you don't trust a bitch in church, why the fuck would you trust a bitch in jail?
I don't trust.
It makes no sense.
You know,
but you said you would.
I just said this to somebody. I said I would trust a prostitute before I trust a chick that I met in the club. You know why? Because a prostitute gonna make me put a rubber on. A chick in the club will go raw.
That's fact. That's fact.
Trust the prostitute
that is fact.
Right? Yeah. So
that's a good point. That's a good point.
So it don't matter where they come from. Like to me, some people that go to church, they just go into church to hide that demon that's in the closet.
And it's not so much a church. I'm just saying it's in a woman's DNA. She wants you to go there. She wants you to go beyond those guidelines.
No,
it's a lot of women.
I don't think
it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women that will lay down guidelines, and they want you to go past those guidelines that they just laid down.
I got a question. Reflection. I got a question for you. So so did you deal with a chick where you had to defend her in her honor? Was you in that position before?
Well, I had to defend a chick in her honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to fight somebody.
I was dealing with a bitch to where she approached me, and I was rocking the mic, I was performing, and she approached me and she said, "Hey, this nigga just called me a bitch." And I tried to take the political route. Hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just leave that nigga alone. So I'm trying to go back to finishing my performance, and she pressed me. And she said, "No, you go handle that." And I had to go.
Yeah, that's just that one female. Because I know plenty of women. That is like they don't see, because first of all,
but the prettier they are, it changes, homie.
That's not
true. The prettier they are, they have a greater entitlement.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I don't know no ugly bitch that's going to assume she can press a nigga to do something of that level of caliber quicker than a prettier bitch.
I'm just
one thing about an ugly bitch. I
don't think looks have to do with anything. I think it's
with a female, yeah.
no, I don't think
An
looks.
ugly bitch knows she ugly.
I don't think looks has to do with somebody telling you to do something or not do something. I
It
think
persuades
I
you.
think
It's a
I think
persuasion thing.
I think it's about your mentality. I think it's about your mentality. I think, yeah, if you're dealing with a chick that's hood and you dealing with a chick with a hood mentality, that's going to be the one I don't care what she looks like. She's going to be the one to tell you, this dude, this, that, and the third. But I feel like if you deal with, and I don't care what color she is, if you deal with some chick that was raised in the suburbs and comes from a certain background and never been in no confrontational shit, she's not gonna tell you to go to go handle it because she doesn't come from that. That's not her mentality. So that's why I'm saying it has nothing to do with how you look. I feel like it's your mentality. If you're a
From,
hood
from
chick, if you're a hood chick and you had a hard life and you've been around fighting and all this and you've been confrontational, yeah, that's the chick that's going to tell you to handle it. If the chick is coming out the suburbs, she's been living this preppy life her whole life, she goes to school, ain't never been in a fight, she's not gonna be the one to tell you to handle nothing. She's gonna be like, let's get out of here, because she's
No,
scared as
but you have to
hell.
look at if any woman, pretty or ugly, if they're in a jam, they're gonna ask you as a man to handle it.
No, they're not.
It don't
It's
matter.
it's based on mentality. No, they're not. Not
It's
all women
based on
are
the female
confrontational.
gender.
Not all
You
women are confrontational.
no,
If
but
they never
every
been
woman
in
is
a
gonna demand you. Every
if they
female's gonna
never
demand
been
you
in
to.
confrontation, they're not. If they never been about that life, if they never been in a fight,
No,
if
but
they
they
don't,
want
they're
you to
not
be
going to
about
tell you
that
to do
life.
that.
Is what I'm saying. They want you to be about that life.
They're not. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. It depends on your background. It
Okay,
depends on where
so
you.
why did you?
It depends on your mentality, how you grew up. I'm telling you.
Okay, so to the homie, why did you ask me? What compelled you to ask me that question? Have I been in that situation with?
Oh, because if I was in that situation and I'm rocking the mic and a woman come tell me a dude called her a bitch, I would ask her, what made him call you what made him call you a bitch? What made
No,
him
this
call
is
me a
your.
bitch?
So you gonna say that? This is you gonna say that to your girl?
Yeah, what made him call you a bitch? Was he trying to holler at you and you said no and he called you a
You
bitch?
gonna,
You mad at that?
bro? You
I'm
gonna
not about
really?
to go fight because you got called a bitch. What
Right.
I look like?
That's
Now if
what I'm
he
saying.
touched
That's hood
you,
shit. I
now
bet
if
you
he
she was a
touched you,
hood
then
chick
then that's
too.
my then that I step in. But some words,
So you got to go
bitch, go
home
sit
with that.
down.
You got to go. You
I
got to
bet you
go
that
home with
chick was
that though, bro.
confrontational. I
And she
bet you
gonna
she
hear
was
my voice.
confrontational.
The man wouldn't win. I don't give a fuck
She,
about none of
she
that.
gonna say you wasn't with the action. You weren't about that.
Let me ask you a
So the
question
next
about. Let me
time,
hold
so the
on.
next time you rear up,
Hold on.
she gonna call you out. And she
Let
gonna
me
say,
ask you a question.
"You ain't with
No, she
that.
gonna
Let me
get
ask you
left
a
at the
Your ass
question.
house or
down."
she gonna get left
Reflecting.
somewhere else. She's not gonna be on the team. It's over.
Was that girl you was with? Did you and her argue a lot?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah,
You
you in
just
a
proved
whole
my
different
point.
situation,
You
black
see what
man.
I said?
yeah,
She's
we argue a
confrontational.
lot, but
Thank you. You
as
just
a
proved my
man,
point.
as a man, you still need to have one up even on the bits that you're arguing with.
Man, that woman
I'm
gonna
not,
get you
that
killed, man. You gonna
you just
crash
proved
out,
my
bro.
point.
You was gonna die, bro.
Rolly,
She was
did
gonna
he
get you
not just
killed,
prove
bro.
my point?
Hey,
Man, I ain't messing with Nan Broad that I got to argue with and fight and fuss with every
that's
goddamn
out.
day, bro. I'm
You
not finna
just
do
proved
it,
my
It-
bro.
point. She's confrontational.
it's the
She's
pretty bitches.
confrontational.
It's the pretty bitches. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
tell pretty bitches shut up too. They
It's
It
shut
it's
ain't.
the
up.
I'm
pretty
telling.
bitches.
Listen, I don't care
Shit.
about
Hey,
pretty
just
or
because it look
ugly.
good, that don't mean it's good for you.
Nah, but it ain't.
Man,
But it ain't about pretty or ugly. It's about their mentality. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's mentality. It's where they. It's how they came up. No pretty chick from the suburbs is trying to get in no fight. They worried about their face getting cut. They don't get. I'm
No,
telling you.
she's not. She want you to fight.
No, they don't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. No
Hey,
pretty.
most of the
I don't
broads that I
care.
know, they ain't with that neither. They gonna tell
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
no, it ain't even worth your time. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go.
Thank
I know
you.
I ain't no bitch.
Yeah.
Look at the nigga shoes. Look at the nigga clothes. He ain't shit anyway. Come on, let's go.
Thank you.
The
Yeah.
consequences behind you putting your hands on that motherfucker just
If
for
they
calling
not
your girl out of her name.
confrontational,
Because you
if they
get mad,
not
call your own girl a
confrontational,
bitch sometimes under your breath.
Any man that see your girl and he call your girl a bitch, I guarantee you she's gonna demand that you step or check that nigga. Trust me, she's not walking away and she's not letting you walk away to keep it a buck, and y'all
like
know
I'm
that.
telling you, if
She's
she
not.
is not a confrontational woman, if she's not confrontational and she's soft, she ain't gonna tell you till y'all get in the car.
Yeah.
Okay,
Especially if she know you.
you know. Okay,
Especially
so
if
I'm gonna
she
put it
know
like
you.
this:
Right.
it's a catch-22. If she know you a good nigga, she gonna take you to check the nigga that called her a bitch. If she feel you with the shit, she's not gonna do it.
But see, that
That's
goes back to the
no,
quality of
because
women that you choose, though. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
because if
I'm
she
not
feel like
gonna surround myself and engage
yeah,
myself with a broad that's gonna keep me turned up. I need a broad that's gonna calm me down
thank
to
you.
Right.
de-escalate the motherfucking situation. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Well, if you right or wrong, we're gonna talk about that shit later. Cause we got business to take care of the next day. I don't need no broad that's gonna encourage me to go fight a nigga. And now I'm going to jail. Now I'm finna shoot this nigga.
Oh, he probably got. Yep.
Me.
You get
You know
popped,
what
or
I'm saying?
he pipe, or he pop you. Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm
I'd
saying.
rather I'll take that L. I'll take that fight.
So she's going.
You know,
She already put that L on you. When you guys leave that situation, you go home. She's gonna resonate and remember that when you buck
So
up
was
to
you
her,
scared? So you telling
when
me
you
you gonna be
try
That's
to
not
scared of
do
her
it,
while you
true.
going home?
That's not true.
not
That's
true.
not
when you're
true.
reprimanding her and dealing with her about a house issue or domestic issue, she gonna revert back to how you ducked that. She
But
gonna say,
see,
That's
"Nick,
not
you
true.
ducked that.
That's not true.
How you gonna try to grizzly up on me and you ducked that?"
That's
but
not
see, that
true.
goes back to the quality of woman that you choose. That you want to be a
Exactly.
significant
That's
other. You know what I'm saying?
mentality.
I don't want no
That's
broad that's going
mentality.
rah up to me, because I'm not finna rah up to her. I want her to
That's
be her queen,
mentality.
to be my king. We're gonna have a smooth conversation and we're gonna conduct ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come here to impress nobody. We came here to enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm
Only
saying?
only chicks Only chicks I see talking like that is chicks with a hood mentality. Ain't no
Exactly.
chick, ain't no suburban ass chick going, no college educated suburban ass chick expecting you to be out here fighting niggas. I'm telling you, it's not. That's not true. That's not true. It's a mentality. It's a hood mentality. It's a hard life mentality. Any chick with a hard life mentality, those are the ones that is expecting you to do stuff, and then when you don't do it, they throw it back in your face. But any chick that is not about that life and she's not confrontational, she never been involved in no shit like that. She's not expecting you to do anything but babe, let's go home because I don't know him. He sounds crazy. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
It's time to
Okay,
go.
so most of the women that are locked up, what mentality do you think they have now?
It depends on
When
what
they
you
got to
locked up
squabble,
for.
when they got to squabble every day. So you tell me them bitches in prison and jail is not squabbling?
Not
That's
every
going to
day.
change their
Depends
No,
what they
mentality.
locked up
they
If they
not
for.
went
fighting
to
every
jail
day.
domestically, if they went to jail on a domestic violation, they've now changed. Their whole ideal of life has been altered because now they're in jail having to defend themselves every day. And in the mess hall, walking back and forth to the restroom, they got to deal with sex up in there.
It
Like them
depends on
bitches'
what it
mentality has
depends.
changed.
It
It's
depends on
changed. It's
it,
changed.
but if it depends on because if you go to the feds, I heard it's like the Four Seasons, so it's different. So
Wow.
Way different. Way different.
if
And
you
that
go to
goes,
the feds ain't the same. The feds ain't the
You
same as the stady.
Yeah, but you said, so you said it's like the Four Seasons, right?
I'm just
What do
saying is the
What the
feds
fuck this nigga
for
talking
I
about?
don't what I'm saying is
this nigga right here, right?
what I'm saying is
Like the Four
Freddie
Seasons.
Freddie
what I'm
B.
saying is it depends on what you went to jail for. What you went to jail for, your prison life is gonna be different. It depends on what you went to jail for.
But when you
Everybody
in
don't go.
jail,
Everybody don't go
you
to
in.
the same prison.
But people's not. If we both in jail, right? And I approach you and say, nigga, where you from and what set you with? I'm not worried about what brought you to jail yet.
No,
You're in jail. You
but
have
I'm
to
telling
deal
you.
with.
Okay. Can y'all tell me? State prison and federal prison is two different things.
You got
So
30
what's more
days.
luxurious?
You got 30 days in the feds to come up with your PSI report. And that's going to tell everything about you. Where you stand, who you rolling with, and who you riding with, and who going to protect you.
So you're not dealing with no function in jail. You ain't got no action, right? While you waiting.
In the state, you can tell motherfucker anything. What you in there for, what your crime did, ain't none of that irrelevant. You go to the feds, we gonna need to see that PSI report. You got 30 days, homie. And that's gonna tell you everything.
Yes, it's two different. It's
a big difference, man. A big difference. Now when you there, you pass your paperwork check. Now you use me for an example. I'm claiming Long Beach Insane Crip Gang. I'm rolling with the Cali car. If you from down south, your people gonna check your paperwork. You riding with down south. You a GD, Vice Lord, Blood, Neutron, or Christian. You're separated, bro. And the people that you run with, it's rules and regulations and politics that go with that in the feds. And you're going to abide by those, or you're going to suffer consequences and repercussions behind that. And it's dudes in there that see potential in you, regardless of what you've been in there for. Now, if you come in there and you was active, they're going to treat you as you was active, like you was on the street. Oh, that's my shooter. That's my stiller. That's my punch man. You go on the front line. But
okay. So I'm gonna say this. You know why I won't fuck with a bitch in jail? Because how am I gonna get back? How am I gonna get that past my mom when I say, hey, I want to marry her?
And that goes back to what brother said.
It's a lot of pride. It's a lot of pride that we niggas take invested in our mother.
Yo, listen.
You like the drama. You like the drama and the young girls with all the bullshit.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Because you keep defining and defending
I bring the reality. I bring the reality because a lot of you niggas y'all get on here and try to sugarcoat what sounds right.
Listen,
you gotta tell the truth. You have to tell the truth.
They in the strip club, they got 3-4 kids, ain't got no car, staying with their home girl in the strip club every night, or on the strip, or downtown Fremont, and them the hoes that you chasing behind.
That's the pool of women we're dealing with now.
No, it's not.
That's your preference.
That's the pool of women you're dealing with.
That's your shit.
Nigga, y'all talking about bitches you're talking about bitches that you could propose to.
Back places where broads that's respectful. They ain't out there shaking their ass and all that, all on the bar. I don't want you, bitch. I want a broad that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? So this is school. I want a broad that I can look and say, hey, let's do this together. We come together. Man, we building a business.
So LA, let me ask you a question. You just got out, right? They just released you, right? And you in love with her, right? It's not on your mind or conscience that she has to introduce you to her father, and that nigga's got to know you just got out because you just did a bid. That's not going to affect. You're not going to be affected by that. That she has to do that. You're not going to be bothered that she has to do that and tell her father, I'm in love with a crook. I'm in love with a criminal. Would you give me your blessings? And I want you to meet this nigga.
Reflection. My problem with you is you acting like everybody that's in jail is a criminal. You acting like people.
No, but you're still in jail. That's all the father's gonna hear.
Okay.
You want me to give you You want me to give me? You want me to give you my blessings for a nigga in jail? I don't care if he went for a bubblegum heist. He's in jail.
Let
Can
me
I
ask
ask you
you
a
this.
question?
Let me ask you this.
Can I
So
ask you a
What is it, a
what if
bubblegum
you went
army?
to jail? What if you went to jail for killing a pedestrian and the kid walked in front of you and they convicted you, say for speeding? You know,
Watch this.
hypothetically, just
Watch
for
this.
speeding, right? And you
Watch
hit that
this.
person, and it's not a DUI or anything, but you caused bodily harm or death to a pedestrian.
What
You
happened to Brandy,
hold on,
Paul?
hold on.
What happened to Brandy?
Hold on.
What
Here
happened to Brandy?
Now, you meet a broad. When you get out, you tell her, yeah, well, what'd you go in? I went in for manslaughter. Manslaughter? You killed somebody? Yeah, well, I was going down the street. A kid ran in front of me. You know, I didn't see him or whatever. I'm in
Right.
jail. They gave me 5 years. Oh, okay. Y'all cool. She accept that, right? She introduced you to, when she go tell her dad, I met this guy. You know, he's incarcerated or he's on the verge of getting out for parole or supervised release, but he's a nice guy. Dad, he didn't really do what he went in there for. It was an accident. If you're a real man,
Okay,
you're
stay right there. Stay right there.
You're gonna listen to what they got to say. Yeah.
But here's my problem. Here's my problem too. Let me ask y'all a question. Because this been happening a lot lately. How many dudes been getting emancipated?
Wow.
How many dudes was what?
How many dudes lately been getting emancipated? How many black men been getting emancipated because they was wrongfully arrested?
None.
It's about 2.5% right now.
Yeah, it's
That
a lot.
motherfucker low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's low.
No,
It's
it's
low.
low. But I'm just saying is that's what the point I'm making to reflection is. Everybody that's in jail, it don't mean that they're a criminal.
Right.
You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Okay,
there's people,
okay, let me ask you a question.
There's
And
people
this is
wrongfully arrested.
okay, this is to everybody on the panel. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you have a high-paying job, right? And you got a family at the house. And you get fired. Doesn't matter how you got fired, you got fired. How you gonna go home and tell your wife you got fired in a justifiable fashion? She doesn't care about how you get fired or why. The point is you got fired. When you go to jail, it's on your resume. You can't fix that up when you get out. It don't matter if somebody walked in front of your car. It don't matter if it was an accident. You have to face the fact that it exists and it's on your resume. If my daughter come to me and say, I'm in love with a guy that's been in jail, he's expected to be released next week, I'm going to say no. I don't care about why he's in jail. He's in jail. Why would your interest be in somebody in jail?
Yo, you know
I
what?
would never fuck with nobody in jail.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
I'm not.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm glad this ain't back in slavery days, because this boy right here, he would have been Samuel Jackson.
Because I have
No,
to.
because he would have been
nigga on that
Samuel
neck?
Jackson. No, because I'm gonna tell you. Because
I have to stay
because the
with.
sad part about what you're saying, it's
It's
saying,
true. It's true.
Did he
okay.
say
So let me ask
Sambo?
you a question. So if let's say your daughter met one of the Central Park Five, you wouldn't be like, oh, okay, he was one of the Central Park Five,
Oh, that shit was crazy.
I would say, what attracts you to him?
huh? Let me ask you.
I would ask her what
hold on.
attracts her to
So
him.
if he was one of the Central Park Five, I'm asking you a question because this is serious. Because Central Park Five was wrongfully arrested, young boys wrongfully arrested, right? Corey did the most of the time, and he because he was 18 years old and he was wrongfully arrested. So I'm asking you, man to man, on here, a man that got wrongfully arrested, you telling me you got a problem with your daughter talking to a man that got wrongfully arrested?
I would say, why are you fucking with that? Why are
That's
you fucking
wild.
with that level of emotion? Why are you
That's
fucking with
wild.
that level of
That's
casualty?
wild. That's
Why are you
wild.
messing with a
So
storm? Why are you messing with a storm?
listen, what I'm getting from you is is that you're one of these people that no matter what, just so y'all all taking notes, if you go to jail, in Reflection's eyes, you go to jail, regardless what you went to jail for, you a piece of shit.
No.
That's
It's how you
basically what you're
verbalize it.
saying.
It's how you verbalize it. Your
That's what
record
you're
is
saying.
tainted. Your record
That's
is
what you're
tainted, and you
saying.
Your record is tainted, and you have to acknowledge it once you get released.
No,
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this
Reflection.
out.
We're not talking about your record. We're talking about you as an
So you
individual.
saying people can be rehabilitated when they get out of jail, right?
Got nothing to do with your
Yes,
record.
So you said people can be rehabilitated when they get out of jail, right? No matter what.
If you was wrongfully
No matter
arrested,
what, right?
why wouldn't you be rehabilitated?
So would you trust Jeffrey Dahmer?
You talking apples and oranges.
Would you trust Jeffrey Dahmer?
He said Jeffrey Dahmer.
Would you trust Jeffrey
You need to
Dahmer?
get out of here. You're nuts.
Yes or no?
I said Central Park 5. He said Jeffrey Dahmer. Are you kidding me?
You
gotta
just
be
said
kidding me.
you're an
gotta be
advocate.
kidding me right now.
You're an advocate.
You're comparing
Bro,
apples. That is
why
the
do you
dumbest.
why,
That was the
why do you
dumbest
why do you why do you act like when I hit you with the facts I'm talking
That's
Charlie
not a
Brown
fact. What you're
language?
talking about makes no sense.
Yeah, how does it not?
Arrested.
Rehabilitate.
I'm asking you, a person that's wrongfully arrested versus a person that actually planned a crime. You telling me that you're putting
No,
these people
we talked about resume.
level.
I said check.
You just said that.
I said check the resume. That's what I started out in the podcast and said.
You just said it don't matter. Now
No, I didn't say the resume don't matter. I said trying to.
You're backpedaling. What are you talking about? You backpedaling.
I said trying to justify. No, I said trying to justify. No, I said trying to justify the existence of jail. That's on your record.
Everybody that goes to jail, everybody that went to jail that was not out here being a criminal.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, but it exists. That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter what it exists.
That's what I'm saying.
We asking you. The question was to you. You in your mind, if your daughter tells you that this dude been in jail, he was wrongfully arrested, you still like, I don't care.
I would say leave it alone. Why are you messing with it? Like y'all said with the bitch that walked away from a fight. So y'all say, ain't no bitch telling a nigga to walk away from a fight.
So
she not leaving it alone.
So what you saying is, regardless of what you did, any nigga that went to jail looks the same in your eyes.
What I'm saying is he can't ignore it on his record. He can't ignore it on his record.
About records. We ain't talking about records. You ain't the judge, nigga. We talking about you, nigga.
How am I not?
We ain't talking about his record. You ain't the employee, nigga. We talking about you. Fuck his record. What did he go to jail for? That's the point I'm making. If my daughter come to me, if she got involved in the nigga, he was one of the Central Park 5, yeah, you know what? Oh, I would love to even talk to him myself.
Reflection. Do you know what he talking about the Central Park 5?
He don't even know probably.
No, he don't know.
According to you, I don't know nothing. But every time I catch you and I get you under the corner, that's when you start doing that jaw jabbing. You start doing the jaw jabbing.
You ain't no better than the white cop seeing the black.
You know it's no. I gotta, because I gotta tell it realer than you're gonna tell it. I have to tell it realer than you are gonna tell it, because I'm like cocaine. I'm uncut. I'm uncut, homie.
I'm gonna put it.
I'm uncut. I'm uncut.
I'm gonna ask, what were they in jail for? What happened? And
I'm gonna say, why you even fucking with that direction?
It's public record. But
okay,
if I see a dude get released because he was wrongfully arrested, and he got released and he's wrongfully arrested, and anybody in my family takes a liking to him, yeah, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's crazy that happened to that brother.
Why would you?
Put him in a box. I'm not
Why
putting
would
him in a
you?
box because he was in jail. Because if he was wrongfully arrested, they gotta expunge his record.
Why would you? Of all the alternate routes that your daughter can go, why would she go that route? That's my first
Why
question to
wouldn't
her.
she? What's wrong?
Her
Just
own
because he went to
person.
jail, would that mean he ain't got a brain? What the fuck? Like he can't come out? He can't come out and make money? He can't come
She's
out.
not a
His
social
record,
worker.
his
That's
if he was
why. She's
wrongfully
not a
arrested.
social
See,
worker.
this is how.
She's
This
not
is
a
how.
social
This is
worker.
this is this is the genius right here. If he was
Her
wrongfully
job,
arrested,
her
he
job
would
is
get
not to
the record gets
rehabilitate.
the
Her
record
job is
gets
not to
expunged.
rehabilitate a nigga out of
If
jail.
he was wrongfully arrested, it gets expunged.
We're not finding that out. That's not her
Yes,
job
you
to
are
find out
finding
why
that.
he
What
was
you talking
arrested.
about? Would you
Why
but
is
it
she
gets
fucking with a
expunged.
nigga in jail?
So now, okay, so here goes to the point about it being on his record. It gets expunged. So now what happens to his record? Oh, he can get a job now, right? Because ain't nothing on his record. What are you talking about? He might even get
Okay.
some money. This thing, matter of fact, depending on what he got arrested for, he might get some bread.
Let me say this: the prison do not really, you know what I'm talking about, rehab, whatever
Rehabilitate.
you want to call it. Yeah, rehabilitate. The prison don't do that. You got to do that yourself while you in there.
No,
Prison don't do that shit.
that's what he's. I know the prison don't do it. The person that they're trying to seek a relationship with is seeking to do it for what? My daughter is not going to seek to rehabilitate a nigga in jail for whatever reason. I don't care how you got
I
in
ain't
there.
say nothing about rehabilitating. I said it depends on what the
That's
person went
what
to
that's what
jail.
you're saying
I said
when
it
you talking
depends on
about
what he went to
maybe he was
jail. I
unjustifiably in
said it
jail.
would depend on what he went to jail for. If a dude
Why
went to
are you
jail,
investigating? Why are you investigating what a nigga went in jail for? That's in jail. It does
if he came
it
out of
blows my
jail,
mind.
if he came out of jail and he's talking to my daughter, he gonna tell her. He gonna tell my daughter why he went to jail. What are you
And that'll
talking
be the
about?
last conversation he had.
That
That's
nigga
gonna be the
trolling.
last conversation. That's why I'm not fucking with anybody in jail. I'm not fucking with a bitch in jail.
He gonna
I'm not
tell my
fucking with
daughter why he
nobody in
went to
jail.
jail. He also gonna tell her that yeah, I was wrongfully arrested. I got arrested. I was wrongfully arrested. He gonna tell
Okay,
my
so
daughter
let
that.
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel
Talking about.
jail is toxic? Do you feel jail traumatizes you or no?
Yeah, it's gonna traumatize, especially if you're wrongfully arrested. Yeah, it's gonna traumatize you. Why
So
wouldn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
now you
you'll get
got to deal
traumatized
with
for
that
sure.
trauma. Now you got to deal with that trauma.
And that's on
Now
him.
now you saying the person that you in love with should take on that trauma?
You ain't supposed to take on nobody's trauma. I don't care if you.
So why
Some
would you fuck
people,
with
some people
somebody
got
who's
worse
trying?
trauma. Some people got worse trauma. Ain't never been to jail. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got a point there.
Some people got worse trauma that ain't never even been to jail. What are you talking
This
about?
is facts. That's facts.
That's facts.
Is it no, what's the percentage on that? You don't
Oh,
know.
come
Now
on,
you want
bro.
to go
You don't
percentage.
know. You
Now you
don't
want
know
to go.
because
Now
check
you
it.
want to go
How
percentage.
is there worse trauma when people's job is to tell you what time to fucking get up? The bed you're sleeping on is not even a bed. You're not getting no sleep. And then now you got to eat this slop that they're giving you. And then now you got to walk the yard. There is
How
no
many?
way you could tell me
Okay,
there's nothing more traumatic than that.
okay.
It's not.
So how many dudes? How many dudes have come out of jail and doing better than some people that ain't never been?
Can
I'm
I
one
raise?
of them. I'm one of them.
Thank
Can I
you.
raise
I,
my
What
hand?
are you
OG one of
talking
them.
about?
Can I raise my hand?
but did they come out to the partner that they were talking to while they were inside?
What that you keep moving the
Did they
goal?
come
This
out?
nigga
Did they
stay
come
moving
out
the
to the partner?
goalpost. The point I
Don't no.
just made was
That was
there's
self.
people out here that never been to jail that got worse trauma than people that been in jail.
Hey, during COVID, while we was in prison, the people that was out here in COVID, they felt like they was in prison. They went through the most dramatic shit they went through before, for real.
Stuck in the house.
Yeah, stuck in that house with their other significant other or their boyfriend. They going through it, they fighting, hella killings. They killing themselves, all type of shit.
Right,
Hella divorces happened too during COVID.
Hella
right.
Hella
divorces.
breakups.
So
That
let
shit
me
Suicide,
was
ask you.
trash. It was
So let me ask you a question.
suicide.
Why did that Miss America pageant fuck with Mike Tyson? after in the after hours. In the
Who,
after
Robin Givens?
hours. Why did she go over to the hotel
Oh,
after 2 a.m. or some sort to fuck with Mike Tyson? Do you think she went because she thought he was a good guy, or do you think she went because she knew he was a bad guy and he was gonna fuck her to death? That bitch wanted to get fucked to death. She wanted to get fucked to death, and she played a cookie cutter role because she knew when the morning time came, she fucked up. Women are attracted to bad guys.
Wait,
At the
okay,
end of the day, no matter what level, there
That
is
is
no way a
that is
female
like
is
that is
coming
like
over my crib
that
at 2
example.
a.m. not
I'm sorry.
realizing it's
I'm
about
sorry.
that bad action.
First
There
of
is
every
no
woman
way.
don't every woman don't think like that though.
First of all,
This is Miss America. She's in the pageant.
this
What level
nigga
of
said
education does she
Mike.
not have?
He said
What
Mike.
what level of
He
education
said
does she
He
not
said
have?
Mike, yeah.
he said Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson was at the peak of his career, a heavyweight champion. What?
Let's see your answer.
What? She
I'm
went over
listening.
there because he's Mike Tyson.
No, I asked you why did she go over there?
Because he's Mike Tyson. What are we talking about here?
Also, so look, I got another. So you said the bad guy. Okay, Brad Pitt not a bad guy. If she would have seen Brad Pitt, I bet you she still would have walked over there because that's Brad
No,
Pitt.
she wouldn't have. No, she wouldn't have.
Yes,
She
she
would have. She
would.
would have blew Brad Pitt off until the next day.
Man, you
How many
oh come
Mike
women?
on,
Tyson
bro.
with the level of
Come
bad. This
on,
nigga
bro.
go
That
with the
nigga's a,
level of bad that bad can be. This nigga didn't even respect the
do
police
you
in the
know Brad? Do
ring.
you know Brad Pitt
This
fucked
nigga
one
was.
of? Do you know Brad Pitt fucked one of Mike Tyson bitches? Do you know this?
Like I
He
don't.
wasn't a
I
level
like.
Mike
Like
Tyson.
for,
He wasn't. He
Oh my
wasn't on the
I'm
goodness.
bad
sorry,
boy level
but
of Mike Tyson.
you're not going to use a celebrity. Like
No,
that's
I'm
just gonna,
using why women
that's
fuck with
not even
bad
a good
guys.
example. That's not a good example.
Yes,
That's
it
not a good
is.
example.
Yes, it is.
That's
No, it's
that's
not.
Because
terrible.
she
No,
was a
that's
cookie
terrible.
No, it's
cutter.
not. No,
Look
it's
at her
not.
career. She gave up her career for that.
No, it's
She
not.
she was into she was gave up her career for that. She was one of the highest. She was on the highest pedestal of
So
direction of the dream of what women want to be. They want to be Miss America, right? Why would she give that up for this bad guy? Knocking niggas out in the ring, disrespecting the referee and all of this type of shit. That's what the
I
tonight's
think you
topic
just
is.
respect the ref. Hey.
That's what tonight's topic is. Why are women attracted to bad guys and what makes that? And vice versa. Because of the high, the excitement,
ain't
Your
got
the
nothing.
adrenaline,
unexpected,
Like I said, it's because
adrenaline
he's Mike
rush.
Tyson.
adrenaline rush.
It's
There
because
is
he's
no
Mike.
way
The
I'm gonna
adrenaline
support
rush.
my
The
daughter. There's
adrenaline
no
rush
way
is
I'm gonna
that he's a
support my
celebrity.
daughter
The
into
adrenaline
dating
rush
a
is that
nigga
he's a
in jail.
celebrity. The
That no,
adrenaline
no, he
rush. The adrenaline rush
Mike
is that
Tyson
he's
was
a
I looked at
celebrity.
him as a monster.
Man, get
The
the
You
fuck
trying to
out of
put
adrenaline
a
here,
rush.
good
bro.
you
The
trying to put
adrenaline
celebrity.
What the
rush
No,
fuck
no,
is
is that
going
I'm
he's a
saying a
on?
celebrity.
monster. I'm not saying a monster in the way of I don't like him. I'm saying that nigga was a beast. What would make a female feel safe? Ask Robin Gibbons. What would make a female feel safe? They want that bad guy. They want that rise. They want
That's
that
a bad
adrenaline
example. I'm
rush.
sorry. That's
But
a
that's
bad example.
different though,
They
Pop.
want
That's a
that
bad
rush.
example. Bad
Reflection.
example.
That's
Sugar
Bad
Ray
example.
Leonard don't have those stories.
no, that's totally different though, bro. Because you
Floyd
looking at the
What
Mayweather
money
have those
of the
stories.
game.
Floyd
what
Mayweather is
just
not a bad
happened?
guy.
No, man, all women don't want bad guys, but now in the industry that you're talking about, yeah, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. She wanted Bobby because he was at the top of his game. You know, he was doing the drugs and all that stuff. And she wanted that
Bad guy.
companionship. She didn't want that bad boy,
First of all,
Yes, she did.
versus what
first of
Mike
all,
Tyson wanted.
Yes, she
first
did.
of all,
No,
first,
it's a different caliber, bro.
Whitney Houston wanted a bad boy.
you
Right.
know
Just
why?
like Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton fucked with Birdman because of that level
You know
of
why?
bad.
You know why?
That's
You know
the
why?
You know
clout.
Tony
You
Braxton.
know why Whitney
That
Houston
was the
wanted a
clout.
bad boy? You know why Whitney Houston wanted a bad boy? She was from Newark, New Jersey.
And
I
she was
don't
a
care.
bad girl.
She
yeah.
was the bad. Like, what are you talking about? They made her cookie cutter. She
She wasn't
wasn't
Bobby
cookie cutter
Brown.
at
She
all.
wasn't Bobby Brown bad.
Hey,
Yes, he
what?
It
was.
She
wasn't
didn't
Bobby
put
Brown.
Bobby on that shit.
Whitney introduced Bobby to that yak.
Man, y'all
What are
better
you
quit
talking
acting like
about?
Whitney was a princess, man. Whitney
Whitney
was
was
Come
out
snorting
on.
there
coke and
hanging with
punching
Eddie
niggas.
and Charlie
What you
Murphy.
say?
What are
Hail
you
to the
talking
nah.
about?
She was snorting coke and punching niggas. You better stop
What are
playing
you
with
talking about?
Whitney.
She's from
We
Newark,
we
New
didn't know
Jersey.
that. We didn't know that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
We
did.
didn't know that.
what?
I
But
didn't
we
Everybody
know
knew
tells
what
that.
stories.
Bobby. You can see Bobby
Everybody tells them
dancing. You can
stories.
see Bobby Brown dancing on stage, and he dropped a veil of coke. We knew the action and the time Bobby was on. We knew that type of timing. All we knew from Whitney Houston was she was singing ballads and doing all this pretty shit on
No,
stage.
that's
We
not.
need
No,
another
that's
bag
not.
of
No,
coke.
that's not what we knew.
He said the
It's not
coke
what we knew.
drama.
Not what we knew.
Yo, I know what I'm talking about,
No, you
bro.
don't. No,
That
you
nigga
don't.
Remember
Bobby
that.
sliding
I'm
on
Whitney
stage.
uncut.
That coke
Houston
did
is
drop out the
from
I'm
pocket though.
Newark,
I ain't
uncut.
gonna
New
lie.
Jersey.
I'm uncut. I'm like the coke you can't get on the
Whitney
streets.
Houston is from Newark, New Jersey. Trust me, the stories was out. If you was on this side of the coast, the stories was out.
I
All the
bet.
stories, everybody, even all this, even Puffy with this right now. You think New York, we ain't been talking about this stuff? We looking at this stuff like this ain't new to us.
This shit
We've been
old.
saying this.
Women overall get a higher rise off of fucking with a fucked up nigga than they
That's not
do a
true.
good nigga.
That's not true.
For facts. You know
Hold
why?
on.
That's
You
not
know
true.
why? Not only because the orgasm is greater, it's not because he can fuck better than the good dude. Mentally, in her mind, this is wrong, and I want it.
That's not true.
The temptation is greater,
That's not
and
true.
that's why bitches fuck with bad guys.
That's not true.
It's facts.
Are you a
You
bad
stimulate a
guy?
That's not
woman
true.
mentally. Women are
Re-
stimulated mentally.
reflection. Are you a bad
They,
guy?
on a good day,
On a good day, you a bad guy?
on a good day, I'm a bad guy.
Okay. Okay.
So you're a tough guy.
No, that's a difference. A
Because
tough guy is somebody. A tough guy, no. A
that's
tough
what you
guy is
make it
somebody who
sound
What?
walks
like.
in the room looking like a clown, trying to let you know he's tough. I've never walked in the
I'm
room
just
like
saying
that.
this. That's what you making it sound like. Like you
You got a
making
ski
it
mask
sound
on,
like.
reflection. You know that, right?
Look
You
like
got a
you,
fucking ski mask on, bro.
you want attention coming in the door. So you looking for problems. I'm
No,
just saying.
I'm just that fish under the sea. I don't know if y'all know about this fish. There's a
No, but
particular fish.
but what you've been
Wait,
saying all day, like you this big tough guy, you don't fuck with broads that's been in jail, and you're looking for
that's not
confidence
a tough guy. A
because
tough guy's
the
gonna
girl
fuck with broads in
you're
jail.
with blew your head up that you this big tough guy, and if somebody say something to her, you're gonna blow up. So, in my reality, I would want a broad like that.
That's not what I said. I said
You did it, reflection.
I
You
said,
did
I
it.
said, if a nigga call your girl a bitch, how are you gonna handle it?
So
9
you
times out
tell
of 10,
me
you're gonna be pressured to handle it.
it's a
Okay, let me
There is
ask
difference.
no way she's gonna let you go.
so if a guy
You niggas are capping. You niggas are capping, bro.
what you gonna do?
I guarantee you. So what's your favorite restaurant, Paul?
My
So
kitchen?
you telling me?
Yeah,
You
man.
telling me?
What's your name one outside of your kitchen? And you make hella good food. Name one outside.
My backyard.
Okay. Let's say you at Applebee's, right?
Yeah, I like Applebee's.
And you have a female waitress. No, a male waitress. Waiter. A male waiter, right? And you go to use the restroom, right? And you come back, and this male waiter that been serving your wife or your girl called her a bitch. You telling
In
me you're
front
not
of
gonna
me?
step on that?
In front of me?
Depends on the circumstances. It depends.
Oh, in
See?
front of me.
You see how it changes? You see how it
No,
changes?
No,
But
but
y'all
that
said
didn't happen to you.
y'all said you would
No.
deal with it.
No. You said she came and told you a nigga called her a bitch. This is a whole different story. This is different.
Oh, different. Oh,
Different. Standing on business is standing on
He didn't do
business.
that in front of
If
me.
you go to the bathroom and your girl knocking on the bathroom door, oh, some dude just called me a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna be aggressive. Like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
But now he might have said, oh man, she acting like a bitch tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's how the situation.
No, you can't fix that up.
No, yeah.
You
Bro,
can't. So,
let me ask you
Let me ask you a question.
So you and your girl watching TV.
Yeah, ex Benz.
And
Benz, let me ask you this question. Don't answer it politically, Benz. This your podcast, right? What's your favorite restaurant, Benz?
Shit, Paul House.
Okay. See. Okay, so let's say Paul House has caterers, right? So let's say you go to the restroom and your girl is left at the table and a waiter that's serving her calls her a bitch. Now he leaves and he goes back to the kitchen gathering up the food. You come back to the table and she tell you, hey, that nigga just called me a bitch. What's gonna be your response? You gonna do this peace talk that these niggas talking about?
Nah, this is a whole
Huh?
different situation.
That's what y'all
Nigga.
talking about.
This nigga full of shit right now.
You said it. Let Benz answer it. Let Benz answer it.
No, I'm gonna check the situation. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check
You
it.
have to check it in that
See? So what's the difference? So what's the difference when I was rocking the mic? The bitch I was with at the time walked up to me and said, hey, a nigga just called me a bitch.
He didn't do it in front of you.
It doesn't matter.
It does, bro.
You out. Go take care of my honor.
No.
Go defend me.
Your goddamn mind.
Go defend me. Go take care of my honor.
This is my problem. My problem with this whole conversation right now, what he talking about right now, that wasn't what the conversation was about. The conversation was about you saying,
it wasn't.
No, the conversation was you saying that all women is going to expect you to handle that. And my argument to that was not all women are going to expect you to handle that.
99.9% of the time.
Not all women are confrontational.
99 point. So will your mother let somebody call her a bitch?
You think my mother is?
Will your mother let somebody call her a bitch?
My mother's a black woman from the Bronx. She knows she's not.
So she's not, right?
My mother is confrontational.
So what percentage of women that isn't confrontational? Please educate me.
Man, it's a big
There's
percentage.
plenty of women that's not confrontational. There's plenty of women that never even seen a fight in their life.
Yeah, there's a lot of women that ain't never been in a fight.
Okay, so now all of a sudden, when we break up with them, now they're keeping us from our kids and they snatch it. They get all this confrontation now. All of a sudden. All of a sudden now.
Is every woman in the world from the hood?
No, but every woman has
every woman in the world is not from the hood, right? They're not from the hood, right? Some women come from money, some women come from middle class, some women come from the suburbs, right? Some women trailer homes, whatever, the projects, whatever. There's women that come from all over.
But you know what those women have in common? You know what those women have in common, though?
Right?
They all act off of emotional impulse. That's what you're leaving out.
No.
99.9% of women act off of emotional impulse.
I don't care what
they do.
Yeah, okay. So some women's emotional impulse might be to run. Some women's emotional impulse might be that they're scared. Some women's emotional impulse might be like, babe, let's get out of here. Every woman is not expecting you to stand there and fight. I'm sorry. I don't know what planet you want.
Yeah, I can't be a captain, man. I ain't saving. I ain't running out of the motherfucker with a cape on, bro.
Woman is not
you're not. No, this is your girl that you're dealing with. This is not a
woman is not expecting you to do
white.
What are you talking about,
I'm not no nigga because he cussed. He called you a bitch. I'm not finna go to prison for that.
He said,
okay. So I'm gonna put it in layman's terms. Paul, here's a heads up. If I'm ever at your crib, at your respectable crib, thank you so much. If I'm ever at your crib with my baby moms or any chick that I bring over, right? And somebody within that squad internally call the female that I brought a bitch, how you think that's gonna play out?
You bringing up different
With you,
scenarios, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Rolly, this nigga
I
is
don't
the
even know how we
gold.
got on this topic.
He is the gold.
No, we're talking about bad guys. We're talking about why women want bad guys. Because bad niggas is gonna stand on it. How we gonna lead a party? How we gonna lead a party like that?
Talking about.
Not really.
No, we're talking about why women like bad
We're
guys.
talking about you specifically said that all women expect a dude to act out. And I said, no, they don't. It ain't got nothing to do with how the dude is. It has to do with what you just said.
It has to do. It has to do with her controlling the reins when you get back to the house. Emotional impulse. She wants you to be the bad guy. That's what the topic's about. Why women are attracted to bad guys? Because bad guys act off of that.
So do you
They take it to that level. They stay consistent with that. Bad guys are consistent. Good guys aren't.
Let me ask you a question. You don't think that if a woman is with a dude, you don't think that a woman is with a dude? You know, most women could tell the type of dude you are anyway. Like, you don't think that certain women be with dudes and know that their dude is not a fighter, that they know that their dude is not confrontational, that they know their dude is a nerd.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy.
That they know that they dude works at a hedge fund, that he works in the office, that he ain't never been in a fight, that he ain't never all women is not expecting all men to do nothing. There is women with certain mentality that are confrontational that will expect you. If she's confrontational and she has a hood mentality,
has nothing to do with confrontation.
Yes, it does.
She wants to feel protected. She wants to feel protected, homie. How many women don't want to feel protected?
You think all women that's married to all men out here are with men that they feel that the men can fight?
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. What happened that night?
Do you feel that all
Will
women
Smith,
out here,
Will Smith,
do you feel that all
and
women
Jada Pinkett
in the United States of America, do you feel that all women out here know that they were the dude that could fight? Do you
what happened to Will Smith
and
Jada Pinkett? Answer the question. Answer the question. What happened to Will Smith and Jada Pinkett that night when he slapped Chris Rock?
Where's Will Smith from?
He was influenced by Jada Pinkett. So you saying Jada Pinkett is street?
Where is Will Smith from? Where's he from?
North Philly, ain't he?
He's from Philly. He's from the hood, right?
He didn't do that off the hood strength. That nigga did that off of that bald-headed bitch. He didn't do that off of that.
He's from the hood, right?
Nope.
Will is from the hood, right? Where's Jada from? She's from the hood, right?
Baltimore.
Jada's from the hood, right? Okay, so here's my point I'm making to you. You think in any way, shape, or form Angelina Jolie would have expected Brad Pitt to walk up on stage and smack somebody when she... No. Get out of here with these damn fucking... what you trying to do? It's not making no sense, bro.
If Angelina Jolie put Brad Pitt on the spot in an intimidating way, the way Jada put Will, yes.
No, he's not.
Yes.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, with all that being said, we've been on for 2 hours. Dinner been cooked. I've been keep getting off the street. I got to cook dinner. It's boiling over. I'm like, man, I'm hungry.
Y'all niggas ain't gonna keep keeping me up late like this. I promise you.
I know y'all gonna stand on it. I appreciate you. 3 of y'all gonna date somebody in jail, and this nigga won't. All right.
I don't trust no bitch. Bottom line.
But shit, I appreciate all y'all being on tonight, man.
You already.
We're gonna do it again, man, soon.
Make it make sense for me, though.
Yeah, make sense. I'm with you, real. Make it make sense, bro.
Oh Lord, we about to go into another episode.
Because what you talking about, That shit don't make sense. Reflection.
Yeah, I do.
No, it didn't. In your own
You
mind.
sounded off.
Why did Will Smith slap Chris
Oh,
Rock?
he sounded off, man. I'm
Yeah,
pressing the
because
button.
Press the button, Fred.
Got to.